smoothie once again, and in this lesson we are going to learn how to use the curvature tool and pen tool in Adobe Illustrator 2020. Without wasting much time, let's get started. So I'm just going to zoom for you to see the pen tool, which is right here, and this is the curvature tool. Okay, so where there are various shortcuts. So anytime you press P on your keyboard, you come up with the pen tool highlighted. Okay, so let's just go back, and then this way we have ended our previous lesson. If you are not able to have access to the first lesson, it will be right at the corner after this tutorial. So all you need to do is to tap on it and watch it, then you follow the steps. Okay, now we have actually used shapes to draw these things here, but in this case we are going to use the pen tool and the curvature tool to do the same thing. So let's get started. Before then, please come to the top here, make sure you have the essential classic ticked. Don't be on the essentials alone, it will limit you to just a few tools right there. So come to the essential, make sure you are on the essential classic. Alright, so now I'm going to trace all this with the curvature tool. So let's get started. So I'll just click on it, then I'll zoom it, Ctrl plus on my keyboard, Ctrl plus again, then I'm just using the arrow to position it with the scroll wheel. Alright, so now that I have this, I'm using the curvature tool. So it is about curve, but it's used to trace objects and draw things. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm just going to click once right here, then I'll click. Before then, this is not locked, so you see that it will interfere into my work. So let me come to the pick here and then just select everything right here like this. Then I'll go to object, then I'll look for lock. Okay, then I'll lock selection. So this is not lock again. Okay, but then let's come to layers. Okay, let's bring it to the top. Then when you open it, you realize that it have been locked right here. 1 2 3 4 have been locked. Okay, so just click to move it back, then we will add a new layer and work on. So click on the plus sign right here, then you have a new layer. So click on it, make sure you are on it, then you come and draw with the curvature tool. So I'll just click on it, then I'll click once here, then I'll click here again. Now when I want to move, you realize that it is coming with a curve. Alright, to get rid of that, just double click right here. Now you see it is very sharp. Now click here, then it will come with that curve again. So because this angle here is curved, you just have to click right here, move it. When it is cool with you, then you click. So something like this, then I'll click. Now I'll double click there for it to realize that I need a straight line. Okay, so I'll come here, double click again, that comes with a straight line. This way too, double click, come with a straight line. Then in this case, I'll not double click again, I'll just click, then it will come with a curve. I'll move it gently until I get what I need. So just come here. Okay, alright, click, then double click on it again, then move it to the end, double click. Now you have it done. So let's click on the selection tool, then hide this, the first one. All right, let's hide it and see. This is what we have done right now. Okay, so let's shape it. I've been saying it have not be curved well, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can just shape it very nicely by just going to the selection here, click on it. When you click on it, you see these points inside, so click and drag them. Okay, so click and drag. Okay, so you realize that it is being smooth, but the edges here too is taking that effect. So let's highlight one range alone and apply it. All right, better still, you can come right here where the smooth is, right click, then you see the smooth tool. All right, click on it, then you just drag around where you want to get smoothing. All right, so we have it done just like that. Okay, all right, so let's bring back our image, then we'll trace the rest. All right, so in this case we are going to take the curvature tool again, then we just click right here. Okay, it is interfering, so let's open this, then lock this object. All right, now we can come with our pen, our curvature tool, just double click, come right here, double click again. In this case, don't double click, just click, then click again, click again. Now double click here, then double click here also, then you can end it right here. Okay, so we have it done like that right here too. And in this case, because it is the same thing, we don't have to go through the stress of repeating the same process, so we just have to copy it, copy and paste. So come to the edit, copy, then come to the edit again, paste in place, then you have it. You just have to move it to this side. All right, so go to edit, paste in place, move it right here. So this one we can just adjust it a bit. Okay, no, I think this one we can't do that, so let's delete. Just press your delete, then take it right here and draw, double click, just click, so all right, so we have it done just like that. Okay, so this is the after and then the before. All right, so that is how simple it is, and we can just hide this one and color this, give it different colors. And we can just hold our shift down on the keyboard, then click to select multiple. Now right click, then you go to arrange and send back. All right, so we have it done like that. So simple, right? Let's change this color also. Alright, so it is done, and we are going to trace this also here. Let me come here, just click, and this, in this case, you realize that we just use shapes, different shapes, 4 different shapes, or there are 2 shapes actually, and we just circle, curved the edges and use. But in this case, we are going to use the pen tool to do the same thing. So let me undo and then start. Before then, let me highlight everything and lock it. Alright, go to object and lock selection. Now I want to do it on a different layer, so let me just zoom. Now this is the pen tool. You can press P on the keyboard to have it. So this is what I'm going to do. Click on it, then come here, click. Then if you want a perfect curve, straight line, hold the shapes down, then you click at the edge here, this place too. Now come right here and then change it so that it will not come with the background. Now this place too is somehow straight. So now you realize that this place is curved. So when you click here, you click, hold and drag. So look at it. I'm going to click, so I hold it and I'm dragging. Alright, until I get what I need. If you are doing it for the first time, you may think you are doing the bad thing, but please just relax and do it. So hold the Alt and click on the point here, the anchor point. Now you can just come right here again, click and drag. Alright, hold the Alt and click here, then you can just hold the shift again. Okay, no, okay, I want it right here, and this one should also be here, and this one should also be here, and this one should also be here. So I have just closed this one. So in this case, I'm going to trace the other one, alright, which is this. So by doing this, I just have to click on it again, come right here, but let me come here and lock this. Alright, now click here, just click and drag. Alright, okay, gently. Alright, then Alt, click, then click and drag. Alright, Alt, click, just click and drag. Right, undo, and then let me just choose right here and turn it down. Now click, hold Alt, click, just click here and drag. Okay, so when you have it done like this, don't worry about anything. We have the smooth tool that you can use to smoothen it. Alright, or you come right here to the pen tool again, right click, then you see the anchor point to click on it, then you can use it to adjust the anchor point. So there's it, I can use it to adjust it. I can come here, click and drag. Okay, so in this case, I'm moving this way, don't be scared. Okay, if you are not getting a perfect thing, just undo and then leave it that way and come to the end, just bring it inside a bit, and I think I'm okay with this. Now I'll take the direct selection, then I'll just use it to move it with the arrow key, then I can just move this one also down a bit. So simple, right? And let's show you here. Alright, so we have it done. Now let me just do away with this and see what we are doing. Look at what we are doing. So let's give it a color and see. Oh, sorry, I've locked the first one. Okay, so click on it, then give it a color. Okay, so I have it done like that, and this I can just give it a color also. Okay, something like this. So I have it done like that. Now in this case, I just have to drag it, then put it right here. Now right click and send it, arrange, then send back. Now you have it. Okay, so when I want to repeat the same thing, I just have to copy both of them. So come to edit, then you copy. So copy in place, paste in place. All right. So right click, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Okay, I have it done that way. I just have to come to the curve here, then I'll turn it. Okay, now I'll click and move it. Alright, so I'm having the same thing. Okay, now click here and delete this one because it is not needed. Okay, it is actually not that perfect, but then when I use the smooth for it, you realize that everything will be cool. So I'm just using the smooth, so how we can see the magic, right? Okay, so the more I use the smooth on it, the more it will come with anchor points and remove some parts. Okay, so this is cool, and I just have to position this one low. I don't want the outline, so I'll click on the outline and then just remove it here. Click, remove it here. Now I have it done like this. I don't like this too, so delete it, then increase this. Alright, copy, Ctrl C, Ctrl V on it directly. Now let's remove the outline. So this, I'll just change the color. Alright, so we have it done like this. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do is that we'll use pen tool right now to draw a mini cartoon. Okay, so let me just go Ctrl 0, then I have this here. Let me come down here and see whether I'll get something. Okay, so I'll just click copy and go and paste right there. Alright, so come here, click, and then I think we should add a new artboard. So artboard, then alright, so let's paste it here. Okay, so I have it here like this, and we are going to use the pen to draw the same thing. So in this case, I'm going to lock it. Just come to the layers, and then you have it here. So lock it. Now it is locked. So I'll take my pen to this time around. I'll just press P, then I'll start tracing it. So click, then click and drag. All right. Okay. So come right, but remove the outline, yes, the inner color, which is the background. Now hold Shift, Alt, and click. So click right here again and drag. So click, click right here. In this case, you are going to click and drag. Alright, we have it. Hold Alt and click. So click here, click and drag. It's okay. Click and drag. It's okay. Alright, so I have this one done like that. Then let me just switch all this eye and see. Okay, so we have something very nice there. Now let's trace the other one here. So just click, drag it. Alright, so Alt click, it is too much. Okay, I have it. So I have this too. Click and drag. Alright, so I have it done also. So let's just hide the first one and see what we have done. The eye. So this is what we view right now. So we can just color them, give it a color. Okay, so this is it, drawn nicely here. But then look at it, you see that it is not very sharp, and we always have the smooth tool, so you just have to use it. So let's increase it. Okay, all right. Click and click, smooth. All right. So I have it very nice. I like that. So this is the before that I'm going to move, click on it, then remove the lock, then you can move it. So I'm going to resize it, hold the shift before you drag. So this is the before and this is the after here. Alright, by just using the pen tool. Alright, so as time goes on during this lesson, we are going to deal with them individually in real life practical, using them to draw cartoons, illustrations, infographics, and so many other things. Before then, let's just use it to do another artwork before we end this lesson here. So I'm going to go to artboard again, add a different one. Alright, so I have this here. Now I need to design a flyer, so I have my rectangle and then draw something really nice like this, and I have it. Okay, now that I have this, I would like to have some kind of rectangle overlapping each other, so something like, let me just draw it for you to see. There's the pen tool, so I'll just use the pen tool, click right here, come here and click again. Have we sent it? Okay, let me come here rather, click. Alright, okay. Oops, so it should be outside. Now I have it done this way. Alright, so I've just closed it and I can change the color now. Just bring it inside. Okay. So I'll highlight the two of them now. Let's send this one backwards. Okay. Now highlight the two. So right click and make clipping marks. Okay.